Jerry Eisenhower here with CBC Coaching and Chimney and Venting Consultants. And I'm here at the House of Horrors in Boulder, Colorado. My friends at InterNACHI have invited me to come out to participate on them to do some training videos. And the one we're getting ready to do is all about gas fireplaces. And what we're going to be showing you is two of the types of gas fireplaces that you may commonly encounter in the home. It's going to be a B vent, or what we also call a natural vent gas fireplace. And we're also going to go over some of the things about a direct vent fireplace. So I appreciate you being with us, and hey, let's go look at the fireplaces. Hey, and now we're going to look at a couple of gas fireplaces. In front of you here, the one that's labeled C, this is what we call a B vent or a natural vent gas fireplace. It's made strictly for use with natural or LP gas. The one on the left labeled B, this is a direct vent gas fireplace. And I'll explain a little bit about how they work and what you want to be looking for during your inspection process. On the B vent gas fireplace here, this unit comes from the factory with the burner factory installed. As a rule, there are some isolated units out there that you would install after they get in, but usually the burner is going to come on it. What you're looking at is it has a set of glass doors. Now, some will have glass doors, some will not have glass doors. Now, the way this unit operates, it takes room air for combustion air, goes in through the combustion process, cycles through the burner, and then comes out the vent pipe. But many B vent natural vent gas fireplaces also have an optional air intake. You can see the opening here, and this is for connecting a hose to go to outside to pull outside air in to use for the combustion process. Now, B vent gas fireplaces in the hearth and fireplace industry have lost their popularity and the demand, and the reason being they do not act well in negative pressure, low amount of air situations that we commonly encounter. Now, on a B vent gas fireplace, if we have a weatherization issue that the house has been very well insulated, there may not be enough air that comes in. This can be compounded by various users of air in the house, such as the clothes dryer, leaky ductwork, all kinds of things. So a lot of times, if we don't have enough air in the home, these units are prone for a poor performance, and meaning they pull air from outside down the chimney, which can result in carbon monoxide and other combustion products coming into the room that can be harmful to the occupants of the home. It can also bring all kinds of pollutants into the home and other things. There are cases that when you light this unit, that the air will be coming down, and there's cases of fire actually coming out the front of the fireplace into the room. You want to be aware of this type, but you also want to know when it's time to call in the expertise. Because for this unit to know how it operates properly, you can see we've got all kinds of valves inside of here, different type of ignition systems. And the hearth industry has been changing every year with new types of control systems. Pilots are disappearing on many gas appliances. We're going to electronic ignition systems. Now, this is a direct vent gas fireplace. Direct vent technology came out in the mid-1980s in the fireplace industry. The vast number of gas fireplaces in a home built in the last 10 to 20 years will probably be a direct vent gas fireplace. On a direct vent gas fireplace, we have a sealed front. You can see there is no door that's going to be easily opened. We have a double wall pipe system. The outer wall of the pipe, this is for the air to be pulled through a special chimney cap, and it can be on the outside wall of the home. It can go through the roof. So direct vent can go either way. Some of the newer direct vents now even have exhaust fans that are placed on the exhaust to assist in the draft. So you want to be aware of all these different things. As you can see, we've rolled this fireplace around, and you can see where the logs have fallen out of place. It's very critical for proper operation and everything else that we have proper log placement. We got to have a proper amount of air coming in. These units require balancing of the ignition system also. So what you want to know is, if you're looking at one, is the logs out of place? Do things look uncertain? Do you see the glass fogging up? It's very common when you start a direct vent gas fireplace up that has a standing pilot that will have moisture inside of the unit. When you light the fire, all of a sudden the fireplace glass just fogs up. That's a natural occurrence in many gas fireplaces. But what will happen over a period of time, you'll actually etch the glass in. So you'll see a lot of these where you'll see that the glass has turned a foggy or cloudy type color. So that's where that's coming from. Now, there's a third type of gas fireplace that we're not showing here. It's seen a lot in the southeastern United States, in Florida, and in the Carolinas and in Georgia, which is called a vent-free gas fireplace. And in a vent-free gas fireplace, we have a fireplace that is insulated with some type of dense insulation material and installed in the wall and can be put onto a combustible floor. On the direct vent gas fireplaces, these are usually insulated by air. Now, there's only one way to come up with what each individual unit needs, and that is going to be the manufacturer's installation manual and installation instructions. This is the thing about gas fireplaces. There is no standard. It goes down to the individual design of each of those gas fireplaces. So even a person who's a gas expert can't answer all the questions unless they have the manufacturer's installation instructions in order to look at them. So you want to be aware, if you have very bad pressure issues, these fireplaces can still give problems. On a direct vent, if you're having a minus 25 Pascal reading on your home, even though the direct vent has a sealed combustion port, it can leak. Opening your cover on the framework right here. This, even though it's gasketed, it can still leak. On these units, we actually have on a direct vent what's called an explosion door. An explosion door is if enough gas residue is inside of this fireplace that it should ignite, it will explode, and it's supposed to release. But in severe cases, there's been cases of the glass blown completely out of the fireplace across the room. So these units are nothing to mess with unless you've got the knowledge to do it. So what you want to be aware of, know the generalities of it as a home inspector, as InterNACHI teaches you, but it's also, there's got to be a time that if you need expertise, call in someone with that expertise. I recommend that you look at an NFI certified gas technician as the person who you would call to recommend for that. That's not a guarantee that that's going to be the right person, but that's where I would suggest you to look for someone that can assist you on these units. Many times we think an HVAC contractor will be the answer, not necessarily. We may think a plumber's the answer, not necessarily. When we talk hearth technology, much of the controls of hearth systems are vastly different than what you're going to find in the HVAC industry, which is plumbing, heating, air conditioning, refrigeration, and all those. So anyway, as we finish this up, stay with us, because our next segment, what we're going to do is we're going to go to a wood-burning fireplace that's installed in the wall, and it can also have a set of gas logs in it. So we're going to talk about those as we go forward. So just stay with us, because we're going to continue it on with wood-burning fireplaces, with Chase and other things as we go to other parts of the House of Horrors here in Boulder, Colorado at InterNACHI.